welcome to Self-Discovery Support. Today's message uses tarot and oracle cards to help illuminate areas of life we all deal with. Whatever in the message resonates or agitates can be seen as invitations to further reflect on. Time codes and additional info for you are in the description box. The decks used in this video may contain nudity and should only be viewed if you are 18 plus. We're going to start with an intro message, then move into the messages for each group. So fire signs, earth signs, air signs, water signs. And today we're focusing on this star card. So the question that kind of comes up as something to address for the collective is what your desires are telling you. You know, the star card here can talk about many things. It can talk about healing. It can talk about, I almost think of like expectations, and most often like wishes, desires, the things that we feel we need to have in our life. And often as well, sometimes it can be the hope we have for those things, but also like the people that we see as almost larger than life, and what that is signaling to us about what we want to have in our life. So you might look at somebody's lifestyle and you might think, I would love to have that, I would love to be doing those things, and that kind of becomes, you know, the thing that sometimes it can take up a lot of space. Sometimes it can be an aspirational thing for us. And so I think that it's good for us to think about what we desire, because it does tell us the thing that we need to listen to, because it's telling us, one, a kind of need that we have, an aspiration that we have, or a goal, like a long-held ambition, and often like your soul sometimes wants to speak to you through the things you desire, right? While the thing you desire may not actually be the actual need. So some people may want to have like a perfect nose, which, you know, is subjective, what and relative, what is a perfect nose, but that taps into like, why do I feel the unhappiness with what I have? That's something to look at. There's nothing wrong with wanting that shift for yourself, but address the first thing, you know, and then you'll understand more clearly the desire. So we're gonna move into this for fire signs. First we're gonna do fire signs, and then we'll follow up with everybody else. I'm using the Black Sibyl's Oraculum. Okay, what do fire signs need to know about this? Okay, fire signs, so we have drawn the card Purpose, and this is a really strong kind of idea here about your actual purpose, and almost like assessing what it is that you want. So I'm feeling like a lot of you may have, or the fire sign collective, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it's like a calling, a feeling. You know, fire signs have that kind of solar plexus chakra activated, which is like, I will do something, I will whatever, you know, I will take action, it's like that realization, self-actualization, self-realization type of energy that I am getting through this. And I think this is the black dove from the oracle, and it's like a really special sign. It's having some kind of higher spiritual purpose as well. And if you think about like fire signs are the leaders of the zodiac often, and are the ones that bear that kind of torch, that kind of active energy to execute and get things done in this space on earth. But it feels like for some of you, you may have been kind of existing in your desires in a way that has been more, I almost want to say like pleasure seeking, but there's nothing wrong with pleasure seeking, but it can feel like maybe you are looking for more than that at this point. Especially if you clicked on this video, it could feel like that is something that is a draw or a pull or a search at this moment. Maybe you are older fire signs as well. I'm going to pull some more tarot on this to illuminate that. Okay. Alright, so we've got the this is a Two of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so what this is telling me is that there is something here that I think you do sit with it. You always have this in your soul, like what your purpose is. You live with it in a way, and often sometimes we can get confused, but we always know what it is, the thing that's always interested us. But here it's saying that you actually might be contending with not being able to sense or feel your way towards that, because there's a sense that maybe you have been closed off to many things that are maybe of this space, this higher kind of calling for yourself. Very busy with earthly things, which is fine. We all have to live. And very busy with, we've got like a car in the background that's like being worked on. But there's a sense here that it's like being close to working on what it is. So this is really a call. I feel like a sense of frustration. Maybe it's like something that wants to come up and come out of you, you know, like a really in that way. It's like if you've always wanted to, I don't know, like if you've wanted to like go on a spiritual retreat, or you wanted to do something for yourself that you thought that's just a curiosity, it's calling you to maybe explore that and think about, you know, where you are, how you can facilitate that in your life. The Three of Wands here does talk about opening up your horizons. So for some of you, it could be travel, it could be new line of work especially, but it could be something that you've said to yourself, either through your own thoughts or through your family, or, you know, whoever you look up to, that said, oh, that's not you know, you always wanted to do this thing, but that's not really a path for you. Like if you thought, you know, I wanted to be a ballroom dancer, but, you know, somebody said, oh, that's not really a path, you know. So I would think about that. All right, so we're gonna move on to earth signs. Thank you, fire signs. That's what I have for you. For earth signs, what do they need to think about? Hi, earth signs. Please do forgive the noise in the background. that's, I started recording, and then I don't know, I live in a community, and yeah, this happens. We have like a mechanical sound. But anyway, we got the justice card for you in relation to this idea of the star, like what your desires are telling you. And I think that this is a sense of, I feel like Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo among you, you could sense or you could feel that a lot has not been fair for you. I'm looking at this heart here and the scarab beetle, and it's just, there's a sense that, or especially with the feather, this is that justice energy. This is that sense that maybe you have been on the wrong side of whatever it is that you've desired. Like, it hasn't turned out in a way that's been beneficial or what you expected. I'm feeling that this card does talk about being aware of being in the victim mode, and how our thoughts manifest what comes to us, or comes into alignment with us. So it's a sense of like, what do you desire? What is it telling you? Maybe for some of you, you've been trying to work on balancing things in your life. So I definitely know that earth signs would be always working and always committing to doing that. But maybe what would help you go further is lifting that idea of something being unbalanced in your favor that you can't control, right? Let's pull some tarot on that and see more. Tell us more. Okay, we've got the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so there is a sense that you have felt like shut out from the things that you desire. It's almost like the thing that you want to bring in, you are working on it, you are trying in all your ways, but the one thing that holds you back is the sense that maybe you're not good enough for this thing, or maybe you don't have what it takes to have this thing in your life. So if you're struggling with like self-doubt, there's things you want to bring into your life, the Queen of Wands does tell us that you have the full ability to be able to step out of that. Two of Wands, it's like it just needs a little bit of your own type of planning and organization, and that's kind of a weird thing to tell you to say in order to kind of move towards your desires. But I do feel like for earth signs, the actualization of plans in place is actually a signal to you to know that this is something worthwhile and valuable. I can speak on that myself as a earth sun sign. So yeah, I do think that it's just coming out of that last bit of how you view the things you desire. Maybe you desire to have a lifestyle where you can travel. Maybe you have a home. You'll have love in your life, or maybe for some people good love, like, because you can have bad love. But it's a sense that you can bring that, and I feel that what's stopping you is this belief that you can have it. And there's nothing here saying that you're going to believe today and tomorrow morning what you want is going to arrive. For some people it's like that. For some people it's literally like that. As soon as they clear the blocks, it's like that. But for some people it takes a while. I know for me, I talk in my experience, it's been like, sometimes it takes me like a year, 2 years to bring something into fruition that I have wanted. Sometimes 3 years. But does that make it any less worthwhile to have in your life? I don't think so. If it takes a while, maybe there's more preparation that was needed. maybe there's more that you needed to put into it, but it doesn't make it less of a thing that you can feel good about desiring. Alright, earth signs, so this is what I have for you, and I will see you in another reading. Okay, what do we have for earth air signs? What do we have for air signs in relation to what their desires? Okay, we got speed. Hi, air signs. Okay, so we have the card of speed for you, which is very airy, air sign like Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. There's that, you know, when you think of the Knight of Swords, I often think about this horse. And so this is the energy of action. This is the energy of, if you even think about the tarot, it would be, I'm going to pull some tarot cards right after this for you, but it would be funny if one of those horse imagery cards comes out for you, because then I will, you know, it will definitely confirm fully this message for you. But it's the time to act. It's a very simple message. So what your desires are telling you, it's not like something you need to question or something you need to doubt. What your desires are telling you quickly is like it's a thought plucked from the universe, sent to you, and this speed card is related to the messenger god, the god of communication. So it's like you have received a thought, not for no reason. The idea that you're having in your head, the thing you want to develop, the things you want to say, even the people you want to approach, it's telling you that it's a time for action. So that's what your desires are telling you. In the air sign, in the case of air signs, it's definitely saying now's a time for action. So let's pull your tarot cards and see more. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, but this Ace of Swords I think is important because this is essential or quintessential air sign energy. So it's that focus and clarity, and so this is saying here's like a streak of truth that is here to help you on the path to clarity. So when we're talking about communication, the Eight of Wands is definitely a card for communication and action and movement and speed. So it's furthering that that push. So we didn't get the Horse card, but we did get that movement. Seize on the fire of whatever this idea, this kind of feeling is for you. Three of Pentacles does bring up talking about connecting to people, participating in some kind of structure that's going to allow you to realize your dream. So for some of you, if you've been feeling frustrated, like how do you, like maybe you have the idea but you struggle with how to get it into kind of practical form, which an air sign would struggle with, right? You have ideas all day every day, but how do you make that practical? And this is what the Three of Pentacles is saying. You are going to need the assistance of others. You're going to need to build a structure of support. So maybe it is joining a team. to start off with. Maybe is pulling like-minded friends together to do a project. Maybe it is pitching your project in front of people. And for those of you that are thinking about a connection or a relationship, there's something about communicating and learning to kind of work with this person, learning to meet them where they're at, because that's going to make all the change. There's a lot here about clarity needed in what is communicated, what is said. And right under that Six of Pentacles, so there's a sense of like give and take, which really goes along with that Three of Pentacles energy. It's learning how to have that exchange, especially in your communication and especially in your actions. It does feel like for some of you, your desire is actually to communicate with someone, and for others of you, it's to take action on something here. But it does feel like it's drawing you closer to what you want, and I think it's time to listen to that. Okay, air signs, this was your reading, and please do come back again. I'll be doing more readings like this, so take care. Hi water signs, this is your message, and we have some background noise today, but please do bear with that as recording has to happen. Okay, so you got the Avarice card as the message here about what your desires are trying to tell you. There is a sense, this card talks about and in the true spirit of self-discovery support, as the mission I have for this channel, this message might feel a little bit difficult. And as someone who has water in their chart, I do understand how sensitive water signs can actually be. But this is not a criticism. This is something that is meant to help. So the Avarice card does talk about questioning yourself as to why you desire that thing and why you desire it in a particular shape or form. So like often, let's say even if you listen to like tarot readings, and the title will say like, or even people in the comments, let's say, will say, when will they contact you? Or that can be the title. I've seen readings with that as a title. When will this person contact you? And you kind of need it to happen in a certain way. Of course, I understand that, and anxiety about what's happening in our lives and our connections can be soothed in certain ways, and that can help. But it may also be asking us here to think about, one, I think the person that you are hoping to get something from. So let's say you are hoping that somebody contacts you, or you're hoping that you get recognized or validated or get some kind of cathartic moment in a situation. It's really a question for you, like, what would that do for you? Yeah, okay, it would make you feel soothed, but one, is the person that you're thinking of able to do that? Like, are they in a place where, or are they a person that has the capacity at that point that you know them to do that? And two, if somebody, let's say they have a different love language or attachment style, came and offered it to you in a different way. So maybe somebody offers you a gift as opposed to time spent Okay, there has to be, of course, a meeting of your need. I can't be ignored that you don't necessarily receive attention and care through gifts, but you receive it through time. But does the person that you're hoping for that from, are they able to do that? And I think this is the thing that is pointing the message towards. I think that for water signs, this could really be talking more about a connection more than anything, even though the avarice card has this kind of pot of gold on it. But it's like needing something that we think fulfills a certain place in our life, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's really our need. Do you know what I mean? So like, let's get some tarot on this so I can further expand. Yeah, okay, so two really lovely cards to come out, the Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles here. So what it's telling me is that this is a dream. I see this as the dream of what you desire, right? So this could be the desire. We do have a King of Pentacles here. So for some of you water signs, you could be dealing with Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, an earth sign. We also have a Gemini, that's you all, and the star is Aquarian energy as well. So there is a sense here that if there's someone that you're thinking of, that you saw all of this possibility with them, right? You saw the potential for stability and locking things down, right, with this person. Like, this is the person you thought, I'm gonna be committed to this person, and this is somebody that I recognize as my other half, my person, the person that I intend to do this with, to have to build this legacy. And often it's maybe saying, it's like you could be maybe overcommitted to that idea, and maybe the fulfillment of the Lovers doesn't happen in the way you thought it would, or the time you thought it would. It just goes back to the original message I was giving you all about the Avarice card. And it's just like, just checking in with yourself. Why do I need it to happen in this time? What would that do for me? Because, you know, the thing about the Lovers is it has to be chosen, and it has to be chosen by both. It has to be like both people have to look at each other and let the events entwine them, right? If somebody is not matching your energy, I feel like every noise has come up during this reading, but if this person is not matching your energy, not matching your dream, at this point, what does that do for you? Are you less fulfilled? And if so, then what is that saying about how you are seeing this desire? But also, I do get the sense with this that it's here. You do have the option for it, but it has to happen in its own time as well. Yeah. This King of Pentacles energy is, I do feel it's the hope for a partner that would be fulfilling to you. But I think your desires are asking you to kind of sift through your expectations and thoughts on it. You deserve all of this. But it's just knowing for yourself, checking in for yourself, how, when, why, what were your thoughts about the timelines that this should happen in, or who should be this person, or how it should happen. and sometimes it has to happen in its own time, in a sense. So thank you, water signs. This is what I have for you, and I hope to see you on another reading. And if you watched through all of this and you stayed this long, thank you, and I hope to see you on another reading. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.